Hello, I am Adalberto Cervantes Rodriguez. I am the creator of the ERP and the business database technology that is used worldwide, run by SAP and Oracle. Those companies stole my technology, and the partners, a lot of Indian origin companies in the States, small companies, and almost all the clients they are using this technology wrong. As I told you before, the data and the processes are totally incorrect because they didn't follow industrial engineering methodologies as well as science and technology than we used to have 20 years ago. So today, because of that, the presidents worldwide, even Obama, all the CEOs are considered like psychopaths, diabolic, satanic, criminals, and even homosexual because of the use of reptilian implants in their bodies. That's the way that they control using the MK Ultra. The presidents has puppets. So today we're going to talk about the Mexican consulate in San Antonio, Texas, related with the child trafficking. My experience as a consultant has to be deal with several consulates and embassies in Mexico abroad. So I was in Colombia, and what I can see is that Mexico outside is like a monarchy. So all the tequila branches in Mexico and all that, they are supporting this kind of Independence Day. Okay. September 16, and in United States we have May 5th has the best known ceremonies of Mexico. But as I said before, so I think that this is happening worldwide. So Mexico is like a monarchy. Okay, so there's no way that a regular Mexican can go to this kind of parties, because what I can see is only guys from the north part of Mexico, a lot of foreigners, and Mexican married with a lot of people everywhere. Okay, even Africans. Okay, so really I was like in a European ceremony or something like that. In Mexico it's a little bit different. In United States is a little bit different, basically because the embassies, I think they're wasting the Mexican money, the tax money, because basically they are protecting illegal aliens, people that they don't have papers. I don't know. I mean, and all these guys trying to have a passport, trying to have a birth certificate. It's only to be in the States as illegal aliens. There's not much we can do about that, but it is happening. Also, what I notice as well is that these consulates of Mexico and United States are basically to protect all these illegal businesses of the Illuminati, like the narco traffic. So there are a lot of families trying to protect these guys, and they are raping and killing people in the States, among others. I mean, I don't think that everybody is guilty, but there might be some innocence. But as I said before, basically the consulates in United States and are basically protecting this guy. So if you are a guy who has paper, who are legally in the United States, and you want some kind of help of the embassy, it's more difficult. Okay, So you have to present your legal documents, make sure that everything is fine, and they're going to help you with your passport. They're going to help you with it might be with the birth certificate and others. But I didn't see any help when I had the trouble in San Antonio, Texas. So my first contact with the consulate in San Antonio, Texas, was related with the second citizenship of my daughter. They haven't helped me until now. We're talking more than 4 years. Even I contact Mexico City to try to have a birth certificate according, because they were helping people that they are expulsed from United States and they need the birth certificate. So I tried to do something, but I mean they didn't help me. They said in the San Antonio State Hospital that my daughter has to change her last name. So you can imagine a change of last names. So doesn't work. So I think that basically these elites, these Jew Illuminati elites in Mexico, they are protecting themselves to not to have competition and to keep the power and basically not to accept this second citizenship. In this case, for real Americans that have papers and everything. So that's my conclusion. And basically, this second citizenship is given only to allow to have our tax money. Okay. So they like to receive this small amount and are sent to United States to Mexico. They lie and we pay the taxes, but in reality what's happened? They keep all this money, okay? They stole this money to themselves. But we don't have nothing. Not even the second citizenship of my daughter has been given. Even then they know exactly all this situation about the child trafficking. You know that when I have the situation with Infosys Technologies in Monterrey, Mexico, these gun stalkers or the working for Secretaría de Gobernación, the Jew Christian Illuminati Cubans, and the PAR, everybody knows about the child trafficking. It might be also the organ trafficking. So I was threatened by them, as well as a guy of FBI at the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City. Again, my children. In this case, in fact, CPS in San Antonio got my children and one of my daughter, and she was sent to a foster house illegally because I was already with the situation turning the red alert of terrorism at the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City. The Clinton, the Gortaris, the Calderon, they try to hide all that. But there are a lot of evidences. And that's why I present my criminal suit in Mexico City, as well to the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City and all the authorities in Mexico and even international like Interpol. So definitely these guys are part of the child trafficking from Mexico to United States. You know, the Bush has been catched, as well as Clinton with the Benghazi case about child trafficking, organ trafficking, and others. There are some important journalists in the United States related with that business. You know, all the Jew Christian Illuminati, they are doing a lot of rituals. So they having blood of children. I mean, that's a mess. Okay, I never know about that until it started happening to me, and I have been researching and investigating everything related with that. But I think that my case is a clear example of this child trafficking. So basically, a CPS from San Antonio, Texas, and the Mexican Consulate in San Antonio, they told me that I was sent to Mexico City, so they told me to contact the DIF, and I found that the DIF didn't have any notice. They didn't know at the low level. Then they work as a CPS, so it's a regular CPS in United States. You can imagine. I think that we are the only one CPS abroad, and the U.S. embassy was giving all the visas or whatever thing to pass these children to United States, and it has been done by a lot of, I mean, a lot of years. Nobody knows in Mexico. Even when we have the problem with the Bush about the invasion to Iran, of Afghanistan, and all these countries, then was a difficult situation. Folks continue doing the child trafficking. Calderon continue, and I think that this is coming from years before them. I find out as well about the Chinese that were slaughtered in China, and I think that they came to Mexico and passed to United States. A lot of children through Calderon, through the Clintons. Big business for them because each child costs a lot of money. And they are paid. So there are even Catholic institutions in the state, and they can control all the situation of the children, besides the rituals, of course. So even with my criminal suit at this time, these guys they are not investigating my case. The PGRs want to stop, so everything is totally controlled by the Secretary of Gobernación, even the president, because this is a national, that's a state or government business that is hidden to us, like the narco traffic. So they are not telling us everything. Nobody investigates the situation in United States and in Mexico, but this happens a lot, and a lot of children are sent to Mexico. Some of them they are killed to have the organs, to be part of these rituals. So I hope that something has to be done about that. I mean, I have my criminal case. Why they are not doing anything? Whatever that is covering up all this situation already know, like my specific case, is going to be in jail. I have my criminal suit is for trillions of dollars. They have to think over what they are doing, because I just need to have the specific information and the evidence. Then I already have it to put them in jail. I'm doing these videos in order to show that in fact I have all the evidence at this time. Thank you very much for listening me. I hope that you like this program. God bless you.